What's going on, guys? Eric Pate here, back with another video about a very serious thing. Ever since the death of George Floyd, not a lot of people just quit caring for what police officers and firefighters did on a very fateful day 19 years ago. It will be today when this video comes out. People don't know that there is a question that is asked a lot about first responders. Why is it they will run towards the danger while people are running away from the danger? Question. I got your answer. It's what they are paid to do. And a very good example of it was what happened 19 years ago today when 19 idiots. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying that they don't call them idiots or anything, but I am going to call them idiots. 19 idiots hijacked 4 planes and crashed all of them, killing a total of 2,997 people. 19 idiots came from the Middle East, came to America, hijacked 4 planes, crashed every single one of them. An unprecedented terrorist attack. Thing people is not seeing is why was this done? No one's asking why this is done or whatever. And I don't get it. I feel bad for the families of the 997 people who lost a loved one 19 years ago today. I feel bad for them. A lot of times, when I go to my dad's, I am sometimes afraid when I leave my dad's to go back to Arkansas, because my dad lives in Oklahoma. I feel afraid. Most of the time when I leave his house, I feel afraid that might have been the last time I see my dad. Because my dad's a cop, and he runs to danger. Like I said, police officers, firefighters, they run to danger when people are running away from it. It's the bravery. It's the bravery. It's the bravery. They signed up to do what they did. Do what they do. I've looked on ODMP, which is Officer Documentary page. If you want to know why I'm powering up, it's my computer because I don't want to get this wrong. These people are brave. These firefighters, these paramedics, EMS are brave. Why do you think if you did not watch my last video, I explained why I have this flag right here. Not this one, but this one. This flag right here is an American flag with a thin blue line and red line in it. And if you did not watch my Ladder 49 video, so I talked about Ladder 49, I kind of give you guys a brief description on why I have that flag. I can give you guys a more detailed description why I bought it. So Letters for Fallen Heroes. It's mainly because of Letters for Fallen Heroes. When I started Letters for Fallen Heroes, only thing I was missing was a flag like this. Was a flag. That's all I was missing was a flag. And I bought one. I decided to buy one. I bought one specifically because of I want to show and you guys, if you think that flag offends you, all you gotta do is hit this, so you don't try to pick an argument with me, and if you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, all you gotta do is hit the unfollow button. Don't try to pick a fight with me, but just hit the unfollow button. I can give you guys a full breakdown of this. By the way, there are still people dying today from these attacks. There are still people dying today from these attacks. From these attacks. People are still dying today from these attacks. And it's unreal. It's so unreal. And I'm glad the person who was responsible, I'm glad he was found. He was found and he suffered the consequence. And I can give you guys a complete timeline about what happened on that day. Let's see, which one? Let's just do if you want to see a more detailed timeline, I'll use the one I'm looking at, and I'll put it in the description below. And I do want to say about one of the planes that crashed, which was 77, when it hit the Pentagon, only a small little section hit they said that if it did not hit the part of the Pentagon, it did. If it hit the part of the Pentagon, if it didn't hit the part of the Pentagon that it hit, the Pentagon wouldn't be around right now. Because I watched the thing about 77, and it's because that part of the Pentagon that was hit, I don't know what it had like some extra protection or whatever. I don't know how, but and luckily there was a firefighter really nearby. He actually saw the plane hit, and he just immediately hit his right sirens. He was there in 2 seconds. Literally, he was there in 2 seconds. No, not 2 minutes, not 2 hours, but 2 seconds. He's just standing outside. Yeah. Seriously. Alrighty, I got the timeline here. So at 7:59 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 is taking off from Boston Logan Airport and has 5 hijackers aboard. At 8:14, 2 things happened. United Airlines Flight 175 will get is taking off from Boston Logan Airport heading to LA. Happening at the same time aboard Flight 11, we had a hijack. And then it starts heading south towards New York. Now I'm looking at the flight path. Kind of looks like it got hijacked about mid-New York. Huh. Sorry, they have a flight path for each flight. And it kind of looks like Flight 11 some. Looks like it got hijacked over New York, but I don't care. And then at 8:20, United Airlines, American Airlines Flight 77 is taken off from Washington Dulles and heading to Los Angeles. At 8:42, approximate the same time, at the same time, two things are occurring at the same time too. We got Flight 93 leaving Newark Airport and heading towards San Francisco, which screwed the football team. But about 8:42, we have a hijack of Flight 175. We have another hijack. And then I saw that it was hijacked about 8:46, and that you might want to know what happened at 8:46. We have a plane crash. You guys might want to know. You guys might have guessed it. Which plane was it? I have guessed it. Was it Flight 11? Yes, it was. Killing all of the 92 people aboard. 92 people. Plus additional 1,600. I'm just going to round it up to... It says at 9:02:57. I'm going to say 9:03. Same time. I'm only 3 seconds off. So, I skipped one. Duh. At 8:50 a.m. to 8:54 a.m. About this time, every news channel is reporting a plane has just hit the World Trade Center. CNN's reporting it, NBC's reporting it, Fox is reporting it, ABC's reporting it, everybody's reporting it about this time. That's when American 77 is hijacked. And I do want to mention this. Before I get to the next one, everyone thought it was just a pilot that was going into one of the New York airports just ran out of fuel. That's what everybody was thinking at the time. Anyway, where was I? Oh, this is when people's like, okay, something fishy's going on here. That's when United 175 at 9:03 a.m. even though the exact time was 9:02:57. The 57 is 57 seconds. Everyone was thinking something's going on now. There's a second plane has hit the other tower. And then at 9:28, the fourth plane, Plate 93, is hijacked. And it's hijacked over Ohio and looks like the flight path proves it. 9:37, the third plane, American 77, has crashed, killing all. I'm sorry, I lost it. 58 passengers. 64 passengers and crew. In all, 165 passengers on Flight 175 had passed away once the plane, and all these were instant deaths. Like when I say all, whatever, yeah, they there's no way, I was told there was no way nobody on any of those planes would have survived that much. FAA asked for a complete shutdown of the airspace. 9:59, the South Tower will collapse, and about 900 people died in the South Tower that day. At 10:03, an hour after 175 hit, the South Flight 93 flips. A simulation I saw was it showed that the plane, because passengers of Flight 93 knew about their families on the ground was telling them, hey, there's been an attack on America, and they were told do whatever to take the plane back over. Where was I? I was saying about how Flight 93, I think these 44 people, even though they were deceased, even though they died in this crash, the 44 people above Flight 93, well, the 40 other people, because there was 4 hijackers, I'm not going to praise them at all. But the other people, the people that tried to take the plane back over, they tried their hardest to take the plane back over. Because let's say, I had to do a history project over terrorism, and I had to write like a whole article about a terrorist attack. And I chose September 11th. And when I got to the Flight 93 part of the article, how I labeled the headline, not the headline, but the subtitle, how I labeled it was United Airlines Flight 93, the failed attack. And I think these hijackers failed, because as soon as they knew the plane was hijacked, they called their families, say, hey, I love you guys, whatever. Well, the families were telling them there has been 3 planes hijacked, and all of them were crashing in the World Trade Center in the Pentagon. So they tried the best to take the plane back over, and I think the simulations I saw was showing that the plane actually flipped upside down before it crashed, killing all 44 people. 10:28, the North Tower of the World Trade Center has collapsed, and killing an additional, I think I saw 1,600. See if I can see one in the details. Sorry, I've looked at the detail, and you would not believe this. Someone says, so, like a lot of people were saying, when the second plane hit, Lynn Brown, I don't know who he works for, says, this seems to be on purpose. Sorry, I'm just quoting some people. Jim Ryan said, now it's obvious. I think there's a second plane just crashed into the World Trade Center. I think we have a terrorist act of proportions that we cannot begin to imagine at this juncture. Yeah, I'm quoting just a few people. Let's see. Oh, Jim Ryan has a second statement. Let me read it. My goodness, the second plane now has crashed into the other tower of the World Trade Center. Obviously, suicidal terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. You are right, Mr. Ryan. What we have been fearing for the longest time here apparently has come to a pass. A disastrous terrorist attack on the World Trade Center. Both towers plane smashing into each one. Jim Ryan, if you're watching this, yeah, you're right. Because President Bush said, you know, if I can find his speech somewhere, I'm gonna find he made 2 speeches, I believe, that day. AK made one out of the school. He was out of school reading to kids, and then made a second. Then they got him back to the White House, and he made a second speech, I believe, that night. But 1,600 people were killed, and the 5 stories of part of the Pentagon collapsed at 10:50 a.m. And then 7 World Trade Center. That's what it's called, 7 World Trade Center collapses from the terrorist attack. I don't believe it. I don't. And like I said, I made a project over this, and I was either going to do this or do another terrorist attack that I know a lot about, and that's Oklahoma City bombing. And I would not, if you guys want me to make a video about the Oklahoma City bombing, I would 100% make a video for it. I'm just making something up, but I think like 500 first responders died that day. Mainly all in New York City. Because of September 11th. My dad almost got called out. Chose not to. But like I said, there are still people dying today from cancer, from these attacks. I still get ODMP notifications saying Connecticut officer dies from September 11th related illness. I still get messages like that. The thing people are not seeing is 500 first responders put their lives at risk that day, ran into those towers. As those towers were burning, they ran into those towers knowing that there is a chance they weren't going to leave that scene alive. That's all I got today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, be nice, cool, be awesome. Eric Pate, don't do the hates. See you later.